Hello there you guys, welcome to another of my videos. On this video I'm going to be giving you my player ratings for Manchester United's 3-2 loss to Arsenal at the Emirates Stadium. So I'll start with the goalkeeper, David De Gea. I'm going to give him a 5 out of 10. He made one excellent save in the game to deny Edward Nketiah. But, I thought De Gea's distribution and decision making was poor. Obviously, David De Gea is Manchester United's #1 goalkeeper. As you all know, we are looking to extend his contract, and De Gea is willing to accept lower terms. At the moment, he earns $375,000 a week. His current contract expires at the end of the season. There's an option of an additional year. He's been at United for around 12 years now, so being a very long-serving player. Moving on to Aaron Wan-Bissaka, I'm going to give him a 5 out of 10. He was at fault for Edward Nketiah's first goal. Edward Nketiah was totally unmarked. But Aaron Wan-Bissaka, I thought he made some good tackles in the game. And Wan-Bissaka has obviously been playing because obviously Dalot is unavailable at the moment through injury. Moving on to Raphael Varane, I'm going to give him a 7 out of 10. I thought defensively Varane was good, and at the time he brought the ball out well from the back. I think Varane did actually pick up an injury in the game. He went off. Like I said, Maguire may start ahead of him in the cup game against Nottingham Forest. Varane's had a few injuries as a United player. Lisandro Martinez, I'm going to give him a 6 out of 10. We saw Martinez score his first goal for the club. It was a good header, came from the corner. The goal, though, came from a poor mistake from Aaron Ramsdale. Moving on to Luke Shaw, I'm going to give him a 6 out of 10. Luke Shaw did receive a yellow card in the game. I thought he kept Saka quiet well. Luke Shaw has played at centre-back in 4 games this season. Obviously, he was at left-back in the game against Arsenal. He is ahead of Malacia at left-back. Moving on to Christian Eriksen, I'm going to give him a 5 out of 10. Not the best of performances by him. Eriksen, don't forget, did get an assist in the game against Crystal Palace. He set up the Bruno Fernandes goal. But Eriksen, yeah, one poor game, but he's done well in the vast majority of his games since he come to United. Man United got Eriksen on a free transfer. When he officially signed for the club, he signed a 3-year contract. Moving on to McTominay, I'm going to give McTominay a 4 out of 10. Pretty poor performance by him. McTominay did actually have a good chance in the first half, produced a good save from Aaron Ramsdale. I was actually surprised that McTominay started the game, because McTominay is no longer one of our first choice centre midfielders following the arrivals of Casemiro and Eriksen. And even Fred is ahead of McTominay in the centre midfield. I thought it would have been Fred and Eriksen starting alongside each other. I'm hearing now McTominay, by the way, is not going to be leaving the club this year. Well, not this month anyway. But we need to get rid of him. Newcastle have expressed an interest in him. Man United have said they want around £30 million. McTominay did say he's worried over the lack of game time under Ten Hag. Moving on to Bruno Fernandes, I'm going to give him a 7 out of 10. Fernandes did get the assist for the Marcus Rashford goal. Bruno Fernandes did score for Man United in the 1-1 draw against Crystal Palace, took his goal well in the 6-yard box. He scored the equaliser in the win against Man City at Old Trafford. Don't forget, though, in the build-up, Marcus Rashford was offside, didn't touch the ball, but he did interfere with play. VAR check cleared Rashford from being in offside position, so obviously the Fernandes equaliser stood. But Fernandes, he looks a far superior player without Ronaldo in the team. Because revert back to when Ronaldo was at Man United, we were struggling to get the best out of Bruno Fernandes. Don't really make much sense because Fernandes and Ronaldo played together for Portugal. Fernandes has been a United player for around 2.5 years now. Man United got him from Sporting Lisbon back in January 2020. Moving on to Marcus Rashford. He's going to get a 7 out of 10. Marcus Rashford fired home a right-footed strike from 25 yards out. What a goal it was. He nutmegged one of the Arsenal players. So he gave Manchester United the lead on the 17th minute. It was Rashford's 9th goal in 9 games in all competitions since the World Cup, and he took his tally to 17 for the season. Don't forget, Rashford scored the winner against Man City the other week. Rashford should have scored another goal against Arsenal because he had a very good chance, produced an excellent save from Aaron Ramsdale. But every time Rashford had the ball, he looked dangerous. He made some very good runs. He's enjoying a fantastic season. Don't forget, Man United are confident of a new Marcus Rashford contract. Rashford is set to receive an increase on his £200,000 a week salary, but Man United are reluctant to go above £300,000. Towards the end of last year, Man United extended Rashford's contract by 1 year, so he is under contract with the club until 2024. Moving on to Antony. I'm going to give him a 6 out of 10. Moving on to Wout Weghorst, I'm going to give him a 6 out of 10. He did have good moments in the game. Of course, Wout Weghorst played because obviously Anthony Martial was unavailable. Martial is still injured. It was Wout Weghorst's second game. He made his debut in the 1-1 draw against Crystal Palace. Man United have Wout Weghorst on loan until the end of the season. Besiktas received a compensation fee of 2.5 million. And Wout Weghorst wears the number 27 shirt for Man United. Man United brought 2 substitutions on in the game. We saw Fred come on. I'll give Fred a 5 out of 10. Like I said earlier on, I'm surprised Fred didn't start the game. And Garnacho came on. And I'll give him a 6 out of 10. Don't forget, Man United are looking to tie down Garnacho to a club record 8-year contract. But Garnacho's not willing to sign any more than 4 years. It did say that Garnacho agreed a £30,000 a week Man United contract. He recently rejected a £20,000 offer. Garnacho's existing deal runs until 2025. So anyway, that is your player ratings for Manchester United's 3-2 loss to Arsenal. I thought in that first half, Manchester United played quite well, but I'd say in the second half, Arsenal were very, very good, especially in that last 15 minutes. They kept pushing and pushing for that winning goal, and they got that winning goal. But Arsenal have been fantastic this season. Only lost one game in the league. That was to us at Old Trafford. They haven't lost at the Emirates this season, so the Emirates, you can say now, is a fortress, or is certainly becoming a fortress. Like I said, Bukayo Saka took his goal very well. What a good player he is. Edward Nketiah, of course, he got a brace, and he's another good player. You know, at one point, he was out on loan with Leeds. Like I said, Nketiah was unlucky not to get another one, had a good chance, produced a good save from De Gea. Saka as well, he had a deflected shot that came off the post, so he could have had another goal. But, you know, reflecting on the win, Arsenal are now 11 points in front of Man United, 5 points in front of City. Like I said, Man United were missing Casemiro. Obviously, he was suspended, received a yellow card against Crystal Palace. Arsenal, of course, were missing Gabriel Jesus, Reiss Nelson and Mohamed El-Neni had knocks, but they are not first choice anyway. Like I said, Ten Hag said quite a few things after the game. You know, he said, I'm annoyed. I told players I want to win trophies. He was talking about changing the mentality. And he said all 3 of Gunner's goals were avoidable. So he criticised Manchester United's defending. But yeah, we move on now. We've got Nottingham Forest next in the Carabao Cup semi-final first leg at the City Ground. Like I said, the last time Man United played at the City Ground was back in 1999. Manchester United won that game 8-1. So anyway guys, that's everything to update you with. Drop your comments, likes below on the channel if you do. Consider subscribe as always, and take care. God bless. See you all again very soon.